Good afternoon. It's Rob with Echo Fine Properties, and we're back highlighting another local business in our community. And this one, wow, look at that steak behind me. My God, that tomahawk. I think that's a tomahawk steak to die for. This is an iconic place in our community and one that has been around for a really long time. So I'm going to get out to it. I'm going to get out to real estate agent Suzanne Slate with Echo Fine Properties. And Mr. Ralph Lewis, he is the owner of the Okeechobee Steakhouse and the Okeechobee Prime Meat Market in West Palm Beach. Hey, Ralph, how you doing?
Doing wonderful today. How are you doing?
Good. So, Suzanne, I'm going to let you take it away. I'm sure everyone has heard of the Okeechobee Steakhouse before, but for those that haven't, let's learn a little bit more about it.
All right. Well, if you haven't heard of the Okeechobee Steakhouse, you just came over the border. It's my all-time favorite. I'm for years and years and years. I mean, I don't know. To me, it's just so unique. But tell us the story, because you're the third generation, right, Ralph?
Correct. I'm a third generation. I'm actually a co-owner. There's several of his family members, and we own the Okeechobee Steakhouse, the Okeechobee Prime Meat Market, which is kind of catty corner behind it. We have Okeechobee Prime Barbecue that we run on the weekends behind the steakhouse. And then we also have an event hall and a catering business. So we have a lot of operations going on the property. My grandparents started the steakhouse in 1947. It's in the original building, original location. It was so far out of town when they opened it that they couldn't get deliveries for the first 8 years. So they had to go in, which back then everything was off of Dixie Highway in town and near Clematis and, all of that area of West Palm. So things have definitely changed over the years for sure.
Yeah, but it's changed, but it hasn't changed. I think that's what's so unique about the Okeechobee Steakhouse. You can go there and it's just comfortable. You feel like you're at home. You never have a bad meal. You have the best waiters, waitresses, and bartenders I've ever seen in my life. They are fabulous. I don't know how you pick them, but
it's we're very stringent on our criteria to be a staff member at the steakhouse. We really take care of our staff. Our staff's family. We really don't consider them staff. We consider everyone family. We have over 100 staff members between all the businesses. Our general manager, Christina Wishart at the steakhouse, been with us 25 years. Our director of operations, 18. We had a server retired 2 years ago, been with us 43 years. We have dishwashers have been with us 30 years. So we pay great. We treat them great. Everybody's family. We have very little turnover. We're very fortunate. We still do things the old school way. My grandparents instilled that philosophy decades ago. And just like the service and the hospitality, we still do all of our foods the same way. We have our own dry aging rooms, proprietary system that we use. We have our own meat cutting rooms. And if anyone would like to come take a look and tour through them, we're more than happy to show them to you. We have multiple meat cutters on hand. Through this whole coronavirus situation, the steakhouse was shut down 100%, but we had the meat market. We had a delivery. We were delivering steak dinners out of our catering facility, and we had our barbecue go on full blast. So we were still cutting about and serving about 10,000 pounds of protein of meats a week.
Wow. Where do you get your meats from?
The majority of our beef comes out of Nebraska. I work with brokers and we order it out of Nebraska. Excuse me. And it's certain specs. We're all prime. We're 100% prime or better, because we do carry some Japanese A5 Wagyu. We carry other products like that, but the majority of our beef is American, domestic, prime, 100% Angus. And so we kind of hand pick it, been dealing with the same brokers and stuff for quite a few years. So our beef, you can't just run down here to a local distributor and pick up. It's not the same stuff you're going to get at the box stores, the big box stores. So there's a reason that we're at the price points we are. We do everything in-house, everything. So it makes a difference. You can definitely tell a difference when you eat it. And unlike a lot of other people that are in the meat business, we don't just sell steaks. I mean, we deal with you all the way to the end where it matters most, which is at the dining table. So we're with you to the very end. If you eat a steak with us, you're not happy, we make it right.
Well, I go to the bar there and I get home there. But one of my favorite also is your onion soup, your French onion soup.
We sell a lot of French onion soup. That is a recipe that goes back about 60 years.
Yeah. I went in there once with my boyfriend and he's like, do you have anything on draft? She goes, yep, just a second. And she went and got a cold glass out of the freezer and she poured the beer in there. She goes, here it is. He's never forgotten that. And every time he goes in, he goes, can I have one of your drafts? And she remembers. That's what's so great about your staff and remember you. You'll do it. They go in and have their seats that they're there certain days and happy hour and all that. So it's a wonderful place. How long has the meat market been open? I remember going.
The meat market's been open a couple of years now. So we had always sold steaks to guests and to regulars of bars that would want to buy them, purchase them, take them if they're going on vacation or having cookouts. So it's something that selling the steaks raw retail is not new, but having the meat market and the way that is new. So at the meat market, we not only sell all of our prime beef, but we have prime pork too, which the majority of our pork comes out of Minnesota. And it's 100% Duroc, all natural, prime. So it's the best pork I could find, American pork. And we have prepared meals that we also sell, so you can take home. We have multiple varieties. It changes a little bit each week, but you can take them home, warm them up. They're great. They're made with love. So we want everybody to feel the love and know that the food is right. We also have an amazing wine list. We carry a little over 700 labels of wine, and we have about 5,000 bottles in stock.
But your prices are actually really good. I mean, one of my favorite is cake bread, and you have that there. And
we have amazing prices on wine. We're not out to try to hit a home run. We want everyone to experience everything.
Well, a good wine and a good piece of steak. I mean, I could stay in a pandemic all day long if I have that in my house. How are you doing through all this? I know the meat market's been open, so that's been great.
Well, the steakhouse opened back up about 2.5 weeks ago, going on 3 weeks, and we're doing good. The 6-foot distancing is what's really hurting the full service restaurants because you can't reach your occupancy and stay at 6-foot distancing. But we're doing well. We reservation only right now at dinner. So we're taking as many reservations as we can seat every night. I know the governor did state that we're going to be moving to 75%. Palm Beach County will be just a little bit behind the rest of the state, probably about 2 weeks. So, but the Mayor Kerner, I had lunch with him yesterday. He assured me that they're moving quick on the reopening plan. So the business owners, restaurants, we can get back to business as normal.
Do you feel comfortable with that? I mean, we all have our own way of coming back into the real world that we kind of knew it before. Are you comfortable with having the whole restaurant full? Or what are your waiters? Do they wear masks and things like that?
Our staff wears masks, and we have quite a few precautions in line. But at the end of the day, the one thing that everyone's going to have to come to grips with, no matter whether we like it or not, is the coronavirus will be around for the rest of our lives. It's not going to go away. It's no different than the Spanish flu 100 years ago. The flu we have today is just a mutated version of that Spanish flu. It's never went away. It's not going to. So I think as time goes on, we'll adjust and learn. Most of us do not prefer to live in fear, but it doesn't mean we shouldn't be cautious. Right. So we definitely have taken a lot of preliminary caution. We have a doorman at the restroom, so people aren't in line in the restrooms. Our staff in the kitchen wears gloves, changes them out every couple of minutes. Everyone, it's mandatory. They wash their hands. We do wear face masks. All the plates and dishes that are served, we use a paper napkin to deliver rather than gloves in the front of the house. And then the tables are sanitized. We're spaced apart. So we're doing a little bit above and beyond what the CDC is even recommending.
Yeah, that's great. Well, when you have food involved, it's one of those things you have to really be careful, I'm sure.
Well, absolutely. You want your staff safe. You want the community safe. We want to be safe. I mean, all of us. So we're just everybody's trying to get through this. And the one thing is we all have the same amount of experience in this. We're going to make it through it. And I think, everyone's getting a little smarter and a little more educated with how to prevent it. So I think that's helping us every week as we go along.
So is there a generation 4 that's going to be involved as you head towards retirement one day?
Well, that's a great question. We have some family members that are younger that are coming up in the business. My son was actually in the video. That's him to the right. Oh. They're looking at us now. He has been running the store, but he has joined the sheriff's department here in Palm Beach County. So he'll be going to the sheriff's department in a couple of months. Oh, wow. So, and my daughter's not in it, but I have a nephew or two that's interested, and you never know what time may bring.
Yeah. What's your favorite part of the business? You have the barbecue, you have the meat market.
Yeah.
You have how do you do all? What's your favorite?
My favorite? Well, wow, that's a tough question. I love it all.
Yeah.
The barbecue is really a passion I had. I love great barbecue. So we have done barbecue for 73 years. We used to have barbecue on our menu. We had a pit in the steakhouse up through the mid 70s. When my father changed the name from Okeechobee Drive-In to Okeechobee Steakhouse in 1975, we stopped using the pit, but we had one kind of off-site, and we cooked, or I say off-site, but on the other side of the property, and we cooked on it. But we only did for people who knew we catered barbecue. So about a year ago, because I've been having so many requests, I brought it back full time. And I wanted to do the best barbecue. So all of our barbecue products, our brisket, our pork, everything, again, is 100% prime.
Wow. I didn't even know that was there. So you go and have your barbecue in another building, or you can order it?
No, we have a barbecue trailer we set up in the parking lot at the market. And traditionally, we do it Saturdays and Sundays only. During this shutdown, we were doing it 7 days a week, which, by the way, we were feeding all first responders, doctors, nurses, paramedics, the police, and so on, firemen, for free every day at the barbecue trailer. And we're pushing 4,000 now that we have fed during this. They come and have lunch on us from 11 to 6 o'clock in the day. But we're going to stop as of June, about June 5th, I guess, doing it during the week. And we'll just go back to Saturdays and Sundays from 11 to 6.
That's awesome. That's what community is all about right there, Suzanne. Why we do these local businesses that we highlight right there. I mean, giving back to the local community, Ralph. I got to say that's awesome. I was there.
Thank you.
I was there. I don't remember, maybe a year or so ago. We came. We talked with you. You
Right.
took us back into the meat freezer, and oh my God, it was unreal. So So tell me the process of, those steaks that are, I guess they're called dry aged, or I don't know exactly what you call it.
Right. Yes, correct. We have a dry age and a wet age. So the dry age, what you see right now, that's our actual tomahawk. That's a bone-in ribeye long bone that we cut our tomahawks out of. We'll dry age those to about 55 days. Sometimes we do 45 days, but traditionally around 55 days. They're all primed. That's short loins. We cut our porterhouses and bone-in filet mignon. By the way, we are one of the only places in the entire country that does 100% prime dry aged bone-in filet mignon. There are a few places, very few, that do dry age bone-in filet mignon, but they're usually choice. We do prime. So it's a one-of-a-kind steak. It's extremely unique, and you can get it at Okeechobee Prime Meat Market.
Incredible. I mean, again, like I said, we saw in the video there's the outside of the steakhouse itself, and here's the Prime Meat Market right basically behind the restaurant, catty corner to the restaurant. There's the meat market. What are your hours for the meat market?
Right. And back to the aging process, we do have wet aged meat, which is in a cryovac. So we hold everything at 35 degrees. That's kind of the sweet spot for aging meat. The dry age, we regulate the humidity. I'm not going to give away all my secrets, but I will step you through the process. We do hold it at 35 degrees. That's one spot I will tell you. But we have a lot of air moving in there. And there's a kind of a sweet spot with the humidity also. And it comes out perfect. I have a 2-stage process. Most places that do, or big companies that do dry age, use a 1-step, which means it just goes into the dry age cooler. We actually have a 2-step process, which gives it even a little more robust flavor in a shorter amount of time.
Incredible. Suzanne, you've been to the Okeechobee Steakhouse before.
And 100 times. It's my favorite.
That's why we love Suzanne.
And Ralph,
I can't get a seat. I need to have my own seat.
Ralph, do you guys still do? And maybe I'm asking if you don't. That's fine. Do you guys still do something with? I remember when I was there last time. We talked about birthdays. Did you do something with a birthday celebration?
Oh yes.
What is that?
That is extremely popular. So we do a free birthday dinner. If you come in, has to be the day of your birthday. If you come in on the day of your birthday, we will buy you a free steak dinner. Right now it's an 8-ounce New York strip, but you can trade up, and we'll take that dollar amount off of a bigger steak, so you're not limited. And we did 9,000 of them in 2019.
Wow.
9,000 free birthday dinners, by the way.
Wow.
So it's very popular. And to anyone listening to this, if you had a birthday from the middle of March through till we reopened, or now, let's just say even in June, we will do it retroactive. So if you had a birthday in March, April, and May, you weren't able to make it in, come in. We're going to honor it. We're looking forward to you. Just come on in. We'll treat you to a free birthday.
When's your birthday, Suzanne?
April 14th. I fit.
I was January. I missed it.
We had a gentleman. We had a gentleman in. He was in for his 5th birthday this year.
I don't know if I want to age that much.
That's awesome. But Ralph, again, it speaks volumes. You're not in business for that long. You're doing something right, being in business for that long, and giving back to the community like you are. I have to commend you and your staff there. What you guys do for the local community itself, that speaks volumes. So if you've never been to the Okeechobee Steakhouse before, folks, I don't know where you've been, but go check them out. Go have a nice steak dinner. Bring your family out. Or maybe you just want to barbecue. Father's Day's coming up, right, Ralph? Father's Day is right around the corner, so I'm sure you can go there and get your favorite steak for Dad. Pork chops. You got everything there.
We do. We're going to have barbecue. We're going to do some smoked 1-pound beef ribs for Father's Day weekend, but also we're doing some bourbon soaked dry aged tomahawk ribeyes. So we soak them in bourbon. I have a process, and I'm going to use Garrison Brothers single barrel bourbon, and we're going to age it in so it'll be bourbon soaked. We have a system that works. It soaks it in. Amazing steaks. We're going to have those for Father's Day weekend also. And I would like to say something. I want to thank everyone who has supported any of our businesses during this coronavirus. And here's the main reason why. Everyone that came in and supported us, you really were paying it forward just simply by doing business, because during this, my family and I were giving everything away. All the money we took in, we used it to give back to the community. We helped feed 1,200 children in St. Lucie County Boys and Girls Club that we bought food for. We also fed almost 4,000 first responders. Plus, we fed doctors and nurses in the ER and ICU units at Good Samaritan Hospital, and it helped us keep staff employed. So I want you to know we didn't take the money for ourselves. We passed it on. So with you, all of you that came in and supported us, you were really supporting the community and giving back. So give yourself a pat on the back for that.
Wow. Yeah, that's
amen to that. That's awesome.
And this is why we do these local business videos with local business owners. So, to highlight these local businesses. And again, Ralph's business, Okeechobee Steakhouse, Okeechobee Prime Meat Market, you just heard it. I mean, giving back to the community is what it's all about. We need to support our local businesses, because this is our community, and together we'll thrive. So, Ralph, I don't know what else more there's to be said. Suzanne, I mean, just incredible work by him. The food's good. He's a good guy. What else can be said? I mean, what else is there?
It's the world's greatest tasting steaks, I can tell you that. We've been here a long time. That's what we do. We love to give back. We're not a corporate business. We're not a big chain. We don't like a corporate feel. You're welcome to come in. I mean, our place is like stepping back in time. You would think the Rat Pack's going to come and sit down beside you.
I feel like I'm in New York. It's nice and cozy in there, and even if you're in a booth, it has a feel to it that's just perfect.
It does. And I would like to say, since I see this Best of Palm Beach County on here, I do want to thank everyone also for voting us Best Steakhouse and Best Fine Dining 2019 and 2020. Thank you for that.
Look at that. So you got the best steakhouse with the best. We got voted the best real estate company. So look at that.
Awesome.
The best of the best right here. So
it is. Congratulations to you.
Thank you, Ralph.
Yeah, everybody's a realtor around here. So 4,000 brokerages. That was really an honor.
So Ralph,
you're not kidding.
You can go online and check out. You guys have a menu online also, and a what you have at the meat shop.
Yeah, we have menus online, and you can call also. We if you want to order orders from the market, order of $250 or more, we'll deliver anywhere in the county. So just give us a shout. We'll deliver wine also.
Look at that. Suzanne's thinking about it. Look at that. They deliver
wine and steak. I mean, come on. I'm in 7th.
So again, Ralph, I want to thank you.
So sweet, Ralph. It's so wonderful to meet you, because now I see why this restaurant and your business is so successful. And
thank you.
Thanks you for all you've done. Thank you for letting us know.
Yep.
Yeah. Awesome.
Thanks for joining us, Ralph, and check out the Okeechobee Steakhouse if you haven't been there yet. Or hey, Father's Day's next. Right. Next
Sunday.
2 Sundays from now, I think. I don't know. It's sometime in June here. June 21st, I believe it is. I'm looking at
I believe that's when it is.
June
21st, yeah.
So get over to the Prime Meat Market if you don't want to eat out. You grab some steaks, bring them home, put them on the grill. And Ralph, again, thank you so much for joining us. Suzanne, as always, thank you. And everyone else, have a wonderful afternoon, and thank you so much for watching.
Bye-bye.
See you later.